Hey, what's going on, guys? Murph here, back at it again. Another episode of Money Morning Manager. Hope you had an amazing weekend. This week, I want to talk about permission marketing, something I hope you can focus on this week as you start to roll out whatever pieces of content you have, right? Email list, text messaging list, just social media blasts, anything like that. Super important to focus on permission marketing. Something I've actually talked about months ago and wanted to reiterate again because I think it's so important. I want to do this every couple of months because I think this is one of the biggest takeaways in today's marketing and advertising landscape, right? Is to like speak with your community and really earn trust with them. So I want to read a couple of notes here from actually Seth Godin's book, This is Marketing. He talked about this probably he first started talking about this in the late 90s, right? He was one of the pioneers of email marketing, and the big idea with permission marketing is to not spam people, but to get them to opt in, right? To earn their trust. So I think this is really centered around creating content, creating music that is valuable to someone else, right? Putting yourself in their shoes, trying to build a real relationship with them. If you can do that, you're going to be, in a really great spot. So start thinking of that from the jump. One of the other big things too here is, he realized that treating people with respect is the best way to earn their attention. You have to understand that every single company is out there trying to bombard people on social media, trying to get their attention, right? If you can, do that in a respectful way, those people will want to engage with you. They'll be like, oh, I know how this person is talking to me. And just think of the companies and the people that you interact with on social media. Why do you do that? Right? It's because you do trust them. How did they earn your trust? How did those people or those companies earn your trust? Think about that and think of how you can remix that for yourself as well. Another big point here too is attention is an important asset that shouldn't be wasted. Oh my gosh, like super duper important. Too often people are like, let me just be the flash in the pan and get somebody's attention for this thing. You have to understand that is an important asset and you cannot waste that. Again, that goes back to earning trust and thinking about why you're trying to build a relationship with someone in the first place. Another important note here too is real permission works like this. If you stop showing up, then people are concerned. They will ask, where did you go? That is how you know that you have somebody's permission to be a part of their lives, right? To send them a text message, to send them an email, to send them a video message, to send them a DM. It's like, if you stop doing that, they'll come back and say, wait a minute, where have you been? Why haven't I heard from you? Hopefully I'm doing that with you, right? That's the goal of what I'm doing with these videos. The goal is to create real engaging content that is for you, that is with you, that's making you a part of what I'm trying to do. And hopefully that is the case. And if it is, then we can rock. And if I missed you for a couple of weeks, you're like, oh, hey, Murph, where you at? Like, and to be honest, I got a couple of messages, that were like, hey, Murph, love that you're doing this thing. Like, appreciate you sharing that. And it was great. And so those are those things that, help you get back up on the horse when things aren't going your way and give you that motivation and inspiration to keep going forward. So it really works. But that's how you know that you have it, if people start missing you. Lastly, and this is probably the most important thing, social media seems like a shortcut because these platforms make it easy to reach new people. But the trade-off is that you're essentially a sharecropper, right? It's not your land. You don't have permission to contact the people. They do. You don't own an asset. They do. And people, especially coming up, right? They've been around social media for so long, they don't necessarily fully understand this because they didn't build it, right? And so if you are watching this and you don't really understand the way, the social media platforms work, like they own it. Back in the early days, you still kind of owned it and they gave you that, but so many people jumped on that. That's how they were able to monetize things, right? Now they make you pay to get back in front of your audience. Now anybody can pay. So if you don't have a lot of money, it's hard for you to get in front of people or the people that you really want to be in front of. So focus on trying to create content that is engaging for your end user, right? Something that is valuable to them, not just you saying, oh man, I'm here to, get on my soapbox and talk about whatever I want to talk about. And if you don't like it, well then fuck you. It's like, it's a bit harsh, right? It's a bit too much. So take a step back back, think about how you can add something to someone else's life to really engage with them and build a real relationship. And to be honest, that goes for any relationship in your life. So think about that. Think about that as you go forward. So again, a long-winded video this week, but hope you guys found a lot of insight in there. If you guys have any questions about this topic, please don't hesitate to reach out, shoot me a DM, and we can chop it up. If not, we'll definitely talk soon.